Well, hello again, folks. It is time to now start talking about reopening the coffee chat discussion after this pandemic scare. And we will have to do this together with a lot of care and caution, and then make sure that we have maximum social distancing that takes place so that we can all together prevent the spread of COVID-19. And we're going to roll this out in several phases, of course. At first, we can only talk about dental offices and chiropractic offices and any kind of massage therapy offices. That'll be the first introduction of opening this channel back up. Once we've checked that that's okay, then we can start looking at other small shops that were closed for much of this time and that we could not talk about here. But once we have that, minding, of course, the great amount of social distancing and wearing masks if we have to, all being very careful, we can have a safe transition into the getting back to the new normal. And once we're okay with that, then we can get into talking about bars and restaurants and how if we use maximum social distancing and make sure there's almost nobody in the bar and almost nobody in the restaurant, but even though the restaurant can still exist perfectly fine as a viable business, we can have a great degree of prevention of COVID-19 and be able to talk about it once more. Once we get to that point of great degrees of safety, we can then talk about other businesses that might be able to be open. Ice rinks and baseball diamonds and beaches, and who knows, maybe even public parks that people have already paid for. Maybe we can start talking about those being open in this coffee chat channel. And we can have great degrees of social distancing so that we together can prevent the spread of COVID-19. But then finally, there's still something else that we could talk about opening up possibly, which is gun shops. Minus, of course, 1,500 different kinds of guns, so that we don't want to have those talked about whatsoever. We want to keep a maximum social distancing of miles and miles away from those different kinds of guns to the point where they're absolutely not talked about whatsoever, so that almost no guns can be talked about. And of course, as long as we create maximum amount of social distancing between the guns and anybody else, except for those who are privileged enough to carry guns immediately on their possession, like people who wear uniforms that have actually bullets in the chamber and no safety locks on the triggers. Aside from those people, of course, we want maximum social distance between the guns and everybody else. So we can all get back to normal of having this great kumbaya of Big Brother looking after us and so on, and have this great coffee chat channel be something, once again, getting back to the new normal of safety and working together so that we can prevent the spread of COVID-19. See if you're again. Great chatting. We'll talk again soon. Bye for now.